We're live here at Limaland Motorsports Park, where the biggest race of the season once again brings in some of the biggest names in NASCAR. We'll talk to Casey Kane in the Pit Stop Update. That's coming up. Your News Now is next. The upgrades on and around Dean White Court haven't really taken away from that vintage feel. They've simply added color. While the buzz and the adrenaline many times is more than enough to get the players through their many stops on the way to Phoenix, the real letdown comes when most of them are reassigned to Portland and grabbing their bag at the jetport. He wasn't talking about the playbook, but an actual video game app to download.
This is the home screen.
Hi Pat, hi Cindy. Yeah, it's amazing. It took them 86 years to win one. In the last 9 years, they've had 3 of these post-World Series championship celebrations. Can you believe it's been 5 months since the Red Sox won their 8th World Series championship over here at Fenway Park? It feels like it was just yesterday. The rain and the gloomy weather is a fitting way for the Patriots to open their 2013 training camp, given all the dark clouds circling around the Aaron Hernandez situation. Pretty much everything and anything that you can imagine that could happen in an open forum like this. People chanting, shouting into the cameras. I can't even imagine what's going on behind me right now. A win tonight for Maine would put them well on their way to becoming just the 4th team in hockey's history in the past 16 years to win an 8-versus-1 matchup. Lee, if you ever wanted to know what $82 million looks like, there you have it on the mound. Sox starter John Lackey in his 4th year with Boston, making a rehab start with the Sea Dogs. 2 of the most common questions brought up throughout the press conference: health and family. The main reasons why Meyer stepped down at Florida. Before he was able to become the 24th Buckeye head coach, it was something he had to clear with his family. Andy, the people behind the scenes here at Dutch Hollow Road work year-round for this event. With weather like this and a guest like I have here, you can certainly understand why. Joined by NASCAR driver Casey Kane. Casey, you were here back in 2007. What was it about Limaland that brought you back? Home field could be huge for the Patriots as they're undefeated right here at Gillette Stadium this season. The Patriots' 2 playoff wins against the Colts also came at home. Reporting from Foxborough, Massachusetts, Csaba Sukosd, News Center. Running, especially against the clock, comes at a price.
It hurts along the way. I'm usually very out of breath.
For many kids, putting themselves through that kind of pain is often someone else's idea.
My mother was the first one that told me that I should run.
She didn't really like it. I think she even hated it.
In this case, Abby Mitchell would keep with it and actually grow to like it.
It feels incredible afterwards.
I know how hard it was and everything else, but she said it was worth it to her to feel like she was one of the other kids.
That's because for the rest of the day, the senior at Falmouth isn't running with the pack, as she's just one of 30,000 people in the U.S. battling cystic fibrosis.
If I had the same problem, I probably wouldn't get out of bed.
I can't imagine, and I don't even think we realize all that Abby deals with.
There's inhaled antibiotics. There's therapy.
And medications, sometimes a lot of them.
I take probably about 12 medications, but multiple pills or multiple dosages of each.
Then there's her diet.
Apples, beans, watermelon.
Even those health foods are out of her reach, unless she wants to take more insulin due to her CF-related diabetes. All that sacrificing, though, has become second nature to Abby, as she uses each stride to add precious seconds to her life.
It's really easy to quit, and she never did. She kept on going. She used it as a motivation.
It's fun to have successes, but this is the kind of success that's way beyond, wins and losses.
Although for runners, there's no better feeling than beating the clock. In Falmouth, Csaba Sukosd, News Center. When it comes to sports, there's no such thing as a fan being too old or too young.
Ever since he was a baby, he started coming to our basketball games.
He's the first 2-year-old I've ever seen that loves to watch basketball.
And he is our #1 fan.
Unfortunately, age also doesn't discriminate when it comes to less cheerful matters.
Everybody was scared. It's horrible news to get, especially when it's someone that's 2 years old.
Little Cody Bean was diagnosed with neuroblastoma, the most common infantile cancer.
He started chemo about a month ago.
It's definitely
been tough at times.
Having loved the Lady Vikings since he first laid eyes on them, the Oxford Hills girls gave him a much-needed assist.
That couldn't have been more of a perfect pass.
We felt like as a team, we needed to do something to give back to him.
It started with an expression.
Being strong is kind of the logo and the motto that we've kind of adopted.
Where everyone is carrying a piece of Cody with them.
He's not here in person, but we know that he's in our hearts and that all the girls have him in theirs.
His health may keep him from attending games.
Shoot it, shoot it.
But that doesn't mean the girls can't bring basketball to him.
Here we go.
Hi, Cody!
We won. We did it for you. Feel better soon.
We love you. Miss you, bud. See you soon.
We're gonna do whatever we need to do, and we're just gonna get rid of it. We're gonna fight it.
In South Paris, Csaba Sukosd, News Center. Competitive runner Sherry Peers had raced in 7 Boston marathons prior to Monday.
Give it up for Sherry Peers.
But the Falmouth resident had a strange feeling prior to this one.
I just was looking around thinking, wow, what a place if somebody wanted to do something terrible. This would be the type of venue.
Hours after Peers was done, Wyndham's Dinah Aldrich was doing what any proud mom would do at the event: cheer on her daughter at the finish line.
I've got my camera ready, you know, the whole bit, and then boom, it just literally just shook the earth.
Pam Byther from Westbrook had completed the race 10 minutes earlier. Her daughter was also on the other side of the blast.
My main concern was just to get to my daughter.
Fortunately, both families were unscathed and later reunited. They then reassured the rest of the world via text and social media that they were okay.
When I turned on my cell phone, I had 247 text messages.
There is a sense of relief for now, but all 3 mothers share a common concern about the long-lasting trauma.
You're supposed to be safe. You're with your parents. You're having a great time. You're in America.
I'm just glad they were in nowhere near of that because, you know, they had seen me at 4 different places and actually couldn't make it to the finish, thank God.
It could have been us. That could have been my daughter on the TV that, you know, was one of the victims.
Fans around Sid Watson Arena in Brunswick have packed the stands for years to watch their beloved Bowdoin hockey team, celebrating with them after every goal. The same can be said of their newest follower and teammate, Harpswell resident Lucian Hodel.
Coach Mahar kind of talked to us about the idea of having a kid you know, come and be a part of our program, and we, you know, said we're all for it.
The squad came into touch with Lucian through Team Impact, a nonprofit organization that connects collegiate teams with children facing adverse or life-threatening conditions. Lucian was born with cerebral palsy.
It's just a check. It's just an opportunity to reflect and be grateful and thankful for what you're blessed with, and also to make an impact on somebody's life.
With Team Impact ties already established at the school, it was a no-brainer that Lucian be linked to the hockey team. A week after being adopted as a 21-month-old from Haiti, Lucian saw his first hockey game in person. I understand you're a hockey guy. You like hockey a lot. Is that your favorite sport?
Yeah.
What do you like about hockey so much?
Physical.
Something Lucian witnessed up close and personal as his role quickly expanded from one of the guys to coach.
Anything you want to say to him?
Keep it up.
There we go.
It's a pretty touching moment, actually. I felt like just seeing him come in, and we had heard so much about him, but it was great to just actually see him and really be able to talk to him.
You know, he definitely brings a smile to all of our faces. He's, you know, one of those kids that he enjoys hockey. He loves life. You can tell that big smile on his face.
A lot of people think we just get caught up in the W's and L's and the winning, and really these are where I get my victories.
The biggest reward, though, belongs to number 28. What's it like to be a part of the Bowdoin hockey team?
It's amazing.
He's definitely a huge part of our team now. You know, since he can't walk or you know, play hockey, it's you know, kind of like we're playing for him in a way.
In Brunswick, Csaba Sukosd, News Center. For some schools, the road takes a little longer, until the winds finally change.
It's all I've wanted for most of my life.
Everybody's excited, teachers, the community.
Every time I drive to school, you can see the signs up. They just give me chills every time. We've always been preaching family, and at the end of each practice, it's always family.
1, 2, 3, family! It's been a real thrill to watch this team.
If anyone can appreciate what it takes to get Oak Hill here to Fitzpatrick Stadium for Gold Ball Saturday, it's their former coach and patriarch, Jeff Sturgis, who took the Raiders to their 2 previous state finals back in 1982 and 84.
Relish this week, but don't lose focus.
Tying together those teams and this team are his former players, whose kids are calling and making plays.
Gordon Strout rushed for 1,400 yards and 24 touchdowns for us in '82.
It was a blast. We've kind of talked about it forever.
Donnie Terrian was a free safety for us, started all year.
It takes you back sometimes. He brings it up all the time. I mean, all the time.
And as for some fatherly encouragement
There you go.
and guidance,
Go, and you lead.
Leave it all on the field.
Let's go, let's go.
And give it everything you got, because you may not get back.
This is the most high you'll ever get in life. You don't need drugs or alcohol. This is it. This is the high you want to live off.
imagine the feeling with the gold ball instead. In Wales, Csaba Sukosd, News Center.
When I was growing up, my father, always stressed to me the little things. Don't make excuses for things. Excuses are words of failure. The game is the fun part. Training is the taxing part. So you got to push yourself to the extreme level where your body say, I cannot go there. But it really can. The toughest part is kind of telling yourself, no, finish it right now, even though your legs is tired. There's no way that the game is going to be as hard as I train. If the game is going to be harder, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
There you go, just like that, just like that.
My grandma always tell me, use things as stepping stones. You can use them as a stepping stone to fall down, or you can use them as a stepping block. You want to go hard, so it's game-like. So when you get in the game, you making that move, and it's like second nature. If you're going hard, you're going to make a mistake. You cannot be perfect.
Come on, one thing.
Stay focused, stay focused. If I miss 10 shots, stay focused. Plan on making the next one. When you become a pro, it's not about, your athletic ability. It's more about mental. It's a mental game then, because there's so many people that can play the game. So now you got to start outthinking this opponent. I'm trying to focus on the small things so I can take myself to that next level. My body is looking completely better. I feel great, and my confidence is, is out the roof.